What's going on, everybody? This is Veteran Fly Fishing. I'm your host, Rex, and what we're going to be doing today is tying some flies. All right, so I like to tie flies a lot. I'm not good at it, but I love to do it. It's very therapeutic. It really helps me with everything. If I got stress, anxiety, whatever I got going on, I just hop up on this little board of mine that I got, start tying some flies, and it makes me feel a hell of a lot better. So, before we go any further, I am a United States veteran. I served 5 years in the United States Air Force, and I'm separating. Next week is actually, this upcoming Thursday is my last day, my very last day. I'm super excited. I'm ready to move on with my life and, move past this great part of my life that's helped me progress in my career, hopefully to go into fisheries. So anyway, let's get right into this fly tying session. If you're a veteran, get into fly tying because it'll help. If you're not a veteran, get into fly tying. It'll help. Just do it, okay? Don't be an idiot. Just do it. You'll love it. I guarantee it. You'll hate it at first, but then you'll learn to love it. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back everybody to the rest of this video. What we're going to be doing now is starting to tie the woolly bugger. So I got some red thread. I got .020 lead, 5/32 bead on a size 6 hook. All I'm going to do is separate the bead and the lead with my thread going up and down the shank of the hook. Right now I'm going to start dressing the Marabou. I'm using a red Marabou to act as the tail of this fly. Now, this is actually a really interesting color scheme that I got going on. I actually think that it looks really cool. I think it looks really clean. Don't know if it'll work, but I really enjoy the color scheme. I really enjoy fly tying because of this. Like, I can just mess around with colors, and it just like I don't know. I think it's cool. And it's a lot of fun, so I highly recommend getting into it. If you're a veteran or even if you're not, I say get into it. It's a lot of fun. So I just measured the Marabou past the curve of the hook. I don't really have a specific length of how I do it. I just kind of go, oh, that's probably good. Some people measure it with a measuring, like a ruler or a measuring stick, I don't. I just throw it on there. So I just like to really tie down that Marabou to ensure that it won't go anywhere, and then I'll go back up and run that bead back up the shank. So I got some purple body that I'm going to throw on here real quick. I absolutely love this purple, this color purple. I don't know. I saw it, and I just was like, I need it. So I run the body across the shank, just like so, and now I'm going to take that excess, and I'm going to wrap it around. I kind of screwed up and didn't have enough when I literally was just talking to myself, like, I don't need that much, and clearly I needed more. So I just cut off, I just tied up to where it stopped, and then I got cut off a little bit more, so I can just start off again. And like I said, like if you're not into fly tying and you're a veteran, like, I say get into it because you can just do a lot of crazy stuff. What I just showed you was black saddle hackle that I'm going to use, by the way. So that fuzzy stuff, you just want to strip that down, get rid of it, don't need it. And then leave a little extra of that stem from the feather so you can tie your thread around. Once my camera gets into focus, you'll see what I'm talking about. That little end at there. You're going to want to wrap your thread around that and not the feathers itself. Wrap around that little extra. Yep, perfect. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my pliers, cinch in my pliers so that I have a nice tight even pull for my saddle hackle. And as I'm going, I just go at an angle down the shank all the way to pretty much the base of the tail. I'm just spreading out the feathers so it looks good. And now I'm just going to let that those pliers hang so the saddle hackle stays tight. And I'm just going to wrap my thread at an angle down just like I do with the saddle hackle, and then back up to ensure that that doesn't move. Now I'll let go with my pliers, and I'm going to pull some of these feathers back so I can get a good clean whip finish and like some room to do a whip finish instead of whip finishing some feathers in there and it looking all weird. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So here comes my whip finish. You're supposed to do it like 4 or 5 times. I think I did it 3 on accident. I don't know. But that's essentially how you do your whip finish, by the way. If you didn't know how to do it, that's how you do it. I'm just kidding. I'm not very good at fly tying, so I'm kind of new at it. So I'm just going to clean off the saddle hackle. It was just a little longer than I had liked, so I just want to clean it off. Now I'm not going to cut off anything off the tail because I actually really enjoyed the way that the tail looked. So now I'm just going to throw on some glue at the thread point where I did my whip finish, and there you go. So this is your woolly bugger, right? This is it. If you like this woolly bugger, smash that like button because I think it is a clean looking woolly bugger. I'll let everybody know in the description, again, like in detail, like what I used and everything, so that if you do want to tie this kind of color scheme woolly bugger, you can. You know what I mean? Let me know if you guys think that if I would be able to catch a fish with this. All right? Let me know. Smash that like button. Don't forget, veteran fly fishing, tie lines, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. You've been great.